You know, sometimes we get to do really awesome things with our lives, and other times we don't. But this is one of the times that I actually got to do something pretty, decent. Something I've been working on, trying to use the website to expose the audience to new and different things, new and different people. While sticking true to the idea of entertainment news, reporting, geek, pop culture, and I also wanted to be able to help other people out. You guys know I've done an interview with like cosplayers and Mike Tully a week ago, and today we are going to actually be speaking to Kevin Kraft of the Mad Scientist Party Hour podcast. He's got Patreon and YouTube and free stuff, pay stuff, like all over the place. It's pretty cool. And he's also another he's the second third of the Jason Ellis Show. So that's 2 down, 1 to go. We'll see what happens. And he's a great guy. You'll see Geeky fucking if you ever watch the Jason Ellis Show on YouTube, which I highly suggest. I know Kevin's got his laptop usually there, and link sticker right on it. And you'll see that he's quite fond of the Legend of Zelda, and it's a great conversation about just and entertainment, a little bit about how some of the stuff that he's up to and going through, and then we just shoot the shit for a while. So he gives all of his information, all of the plugs right there at the end, and they're in the description below. So make sure you guys are following him and check all that good stuff out. And tell him you want him back over to bullshit about some metal and horror on another date. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the interview. It's not even an interview, it's a guest segment. Really, it's just unfortunate that we had our usual guest hosts all slacking. That's all right. They're easily replaced, except my wife. I can't replace that one. And enjoy the segment. I'll see you guys on the other side. Like I said, welcome to LRMornings, Kevin Kraft from the Jason Ellis Show and the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Woo woo!
Yeah, man, how you doing?
Good, man. How you feeling?
I'm excited. I spoke to Mike Tully from your guys' show a little bit ago, and that went real well. And totally stoked to talk to you. Unfortunately, though, I'm alone today for the moment for this segment, and it sucks. But it's okay, because I've been a huge fan of your guys' show for 9 years now. And 2012, just going through our free satellite radio thing, and boom.
Nice. Hey, you know what, Kyle? I got faith in us. We're going to get through this, just you and me.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like you guys are getting through your guys' transition.
Yeah, it's been wild. Scary at first, and now it seems like it's clicking. It seems like we found our groove. Things are lining up. Things are going well. And now it's just exciting.
Yeah, definitely. I've mentioned a little bit on previous episodes what had happened. You guys were over at SiriusXM. SiriusXM let you guys go, and you guys immediately just started looking at what can we do? Podcasts, YouTube, this, that, and the other, man. Like you said, it was kind of scary, but I mean, you guys hopped to pretty quick. What was that like, and really what kicked you in the pants to get you going so quickly?
Well, I mean, first off, I just want should I refrain from cussing on here?
No, please, fucking curse all you want.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. So when I first moved out to LA, I didn't have a plan. I didn't know anybody. I had saved up some money from, I worked at Sirius XM in New York for about 5 years before moving out here. I worked for the Howard Stern show and stuff. And I sort of was just like, I don't know if Howard's signing another contract. I'm sort of low level here. This seems like it could be the time, if ever. I've always wanted to take a shot at making it out in LA. And I was just like, you know what? I'm doing it. I'm pulling the trigger. And I threw myself at it with no plan whatsoever, no safety net. I just had a little bit of cash saved up, and it sort of just worked out. And when I got let go by Sirius, a few months ago, I had all these people reaching out, and my family was all scared. And I had this feeling in the back of my head. I was like, you know what? I've been here before, and I like a challenge, and I'm confident something good's going to come from this. Something cool will happen. And it has been cool. We've gotten some really cool guests in the show we've done so far. The Patreon has been super successful. And, I'm basically technically working 2 days a week now. So it leaves all this extra time to put more time into prepping the bits we're doing on the show. And it gives me more time for my own podcast, Mad Scientist Party Hour, which takes up about, 6 hours of every Monday. And it's calmed me down a bit. I'm not as stressed out and overworked and just shredded. And I feel a lot more relaxed to just telling stupid jokes.
That's great great to hear, man. Really it is. I'm happy to see you guys landing on your feet. You mentioned some of the guests you guys had on yesterday. Henry Zabrowski from what is it? Last podcast on the left.
Yep.
Yeah. That was a cool segment you guys had. I got to see your stunt, or a portion of your stunt with Jason in some big shorts. I like the ideas, or the idea of freedom that self created content allows. Like you said, it's kind of it is scary, but that freedom, like you said, it gave you some relief, like the ability to, I'm guessing, put more of your life in your hands. Is that fair?
Yeah. It definitely, because the routine at SiriusXM was, we had a 3-hour time slot every day that we had to fill, certain amount of commercial breaks we had to take every day, and then there was, all the back office stuff. Like I had to get the show up on demand and carve stuff out for best of and work on production elements, and there was all this, like, handle sales, live reads with the sales department. There was all this stuff I had to do off air. And then when I got home, it's like, okay, now I have to spend hours prepping all of the bits and games and guest research we're going to do on tomorrow's show. And it was this exhausting, just never-ending cycle. And now that, and I think people are, at first people were a little bummed out that it's less shows and less content. But now that people have gotten used to this routine, it almost feels like more, because we're not constantly throwing it to a 10-minute commercial break. It doesn't interrupt the flow of the show. If we're having a cool discussion, we don't have to end it. We have less time constraints. So I feel like people have slowly come around and like, you know what? This actually might be better than, the 15 hours. And it wasn't technically 15 hours, with all the breaks and stuff and commercials. So it's between that and the Patreon stuff, it's exciting. It's very fun going to work every day now.
Good to hear. I kind of going through something similar here. Our website didn't really have much of a multimedia footprint, and I started. They had one podcast, and when I started writing, and then I started doing some ranking stuff and came up with some other ideas, and then we started doing this morning show, which I originally he envisioned as a uh, geekier entertainment version of the Jason Ellis Show. I wanted to have 2 and 3 people, which most of the time I end up getting that now. I wanted to have segments, games, all aimed at more of the geek and pop culture side of things. And now, finally, with some changes going on, we're able to do that. So I'm kind of going through the same journey, and it's fun, exciting. One of the things I really am happy I get to do though is use the site to promote guys like you and Kevin and Jason. It's
I mean, just judging by the stuff you have in I feel like you and I have a lot of crossover on the geek stuff.
I know we do. I know we do, which is why I'm so excited to get you over. But I wanted to throw it out there. Hey, man, I wanted to get you on here to chit chat, but also to help you guys out, and everyone should definitely. We're gonna plug everything a little later, but check it out. He mentioned my geek stuff in the background. I got to mention some of Kevin's stuff, wearing an Akira t-shirt. I saw a Shaun of the Dead poster in the back. I see some graded comics off to your side. Man, you got quite a collection there. Tell us a little bit about how you got into geek pop culture in life.
So when I was younger, I always liked comics and stuff, and video games, and Ninja Turtles, cartoons, and all that. Most of my friends were dorks, so we would get our issues of Nintendo Power would come in.
Oh, nice.
We would unfold the centerfold, and we would all draw it and like create our own Mega Man characters and stuff. And once I got into my teens, I sort of just became more of like a pothead, metalhead. Stopped reading comics so much. I still played a decent amount of video games, but once I started working for SiriusXM in New York, my old roommate Steve Brandano is he's a big comic book fan, and he had, when we were living together, he had these big bookshelves full of comics, and he was like, you know what, you should take a look at some of these because they might reignite your love of comics, and it did, and now I'm just a comic junkie again.
What were some of those stories that you read? Do you remember any of the arcs?
He's the one that actually got me into Hellboy.
Okay, very cool.
And he got me reading some Bendis stuff like Powers. He got me into Powers. He gave me the Marvel Zombies books, which I was like, this seems very hokey and shticky. And I read the first volume. Like, the stuff that Robert Kirkman wrote was so sick.
Yeah.
I loved that stuff. And then I actually, speaking of Kirkman, when I worked for the Howard Stern Show, there was this thing called the Glom Box. So all these companies would just send in endlessly free stuff. Just in the hopes that it would end up in Howard or Baba Booey's hands, and someone would mention it on the air and they'd get a shout out. And, all those guys would take the stuff they wanted, and all the stuff that didn't got filtered into this box. And there was porno and movies and posters and comics and stuff. And I saw this comic in there, Walking Dead, and I was like, I wonder what that's all about. So I just took a couple issues and read it, and I was like, oh my God, this isn't just like a lazy, here's some zombies eating brains and shit. Like, this is really, really cool, well-written stuff. So I went on Amazon and bought some of the trades. It started at the beginning, and then it just became a routine. Our studios were in New York, we're very close to Midtown Comics. So on Wednesdays, I would just leave the office and walk straight there and browse the shelves. And I started picking up, like, okay, I like stuff by this author, and I would see their new stuff. Oh, I kind of like this character. They're rebooting and starting at issue 1. I'll check that out. And now I'm just an addict. Wednesdays, I'm counting down the minutes to every Wednesday so I can go to Golden Apple here in Los Angeles and just buy a fat stack, go home and read them.
There you go, man. I love that. You hear that, guys? Go support your local comic shops. Uh, Most of them are allowing you to order online these days, and just do it now.
Yeah,
I
keep it in business.
What's that?
Keep it in business.
Yes. Huh.
Comics alive.
You can't have comic book movies without the comic books.
That is a great point. Yeah, and if you like the movies, there's a reason they're good because the book
Yeah,
material is.
exactly. It's funny thinking about comic book movies. That Justice League trailer that dropped not too long ago. Did you catch it?
I
The
did.
Zack Snyder's. How do you feel about that? And him getting to actually make his version of it.
I'm excited because I know he left the project under pretty awful circumstances, right? Did
Hmm.
his daughter die or something horrible like
Yes.
that? So yeah, I could see how just being an artist and being a father. I mean, not speaking personally on the second part, but like the double crushing blow of that, and to be able to just come back and be like, let me do with this what I initially intended, and not only that, but not be bound by a theatrical release. Just
Hmm.
hey, HBO Max is going to let you go nuts. You want to make a 4-hour Justice League that's it's supposed to be R-rated too, right?
Yep.
Like, just go wild, man. Have fun. And I try not to be too much of like a dick comic book fan because I'm just
Hmm.
appreciative of any cool stuff we get. I haven't been the biggest fan of a lot of the DC movies. I thought the first Wonder Woman was excellent. Shazam was incredible. Shazam
Yeah,
is so much fun. I don't see
it
how you
is.
can watch Shazam and not have a fun time watching that movie. But some of the other stuff, it just doesn't have fun. It's too bleak. It's too gray washed. It's so serious. Like, you can have a really serious, fun action movie and still laugh at it and still have color and vibrance and stuff. And a lot of the DC stuff I felt was lacking in that. But just the fact that we're going to get to see some of the Kirby New God stuff and Darkseid's in it, and looks like Granny Goodness is in there.
Hmm.
Um, I'm open. I'm going to give it a shot. And I mean, I'll let's be honest. Even if a movie is coming out, looks horrible, getting awful reviews, I'm still going to see it.
Yeah.
They got my money.
If it's connected to something that I know, more than likely, or they're like, hey, we got to review this movie. Nobody else wants to watch it. You go watch it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even like the lower end stuff. There's been some really cool. They also miss me with a lot of the TV stuff too. Like, I wasn't big into the Arrowverse,
Oh, okay.
Flash, because it just felt a little too CW, young adult.
Yeah, I get that. I could kind of get into the Flash for a few seasons, and then it got a little too campy. I caught several of the crossover events, but other than keeping tabs on it, I kind of fallen out of it as well.
Did you ever watch Deadly Class on Sci-Fi?
No, not yet. Not yet. I
Oh,
need
man.
to.
Did you ever read the Deadly Class comics?
Yes. I remember hearing about it around the same time I was hearing about Umbrella Academy, and I saw the trailer, and then it just disappeared from my radar. It's out. It's good.
Oh, it's incredible. Yeah, it's out, canceled.
Yeah,
Because
that's crazy.
They on Sci-Fi. Like, come on, who's watching Sci-Fi? Like,
Yeah.
should have got a better network. But I mean, the Blu-ray, the first season's on Blu-ray, and they nailed it. It's such a bummer to see that they got a comic so good on TV. Like, they just nailed the essence of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty fucked up too and violent. They nailed it, and it's a real bummer that there's not going to be a second season. But I think they just put it up on maybe Peacock or something.
Mm.
But it's the price of admission, well worth the Blu-ray buy if you want to watch the first season.
Outstanding. Sounds good. Good, man. I know a lot of people were really excited. Babylon 5 recently, an old sci-fi series from the 90s, written by J. Michael Straczynski, JMS. I think it got or is getting picked up for HBO Max to be streamed there, if I'm not mistaken, which was pretty cool. It's nice to see some of these older shows getting a second life on streaming, but at the same time, you look at Disney doing something I think completely fucking dumb, like rebooting the Mighty Ducks, where the actual ducks are the Hawks now. They're the bad guys, and Universal rebooting Battlestar, and I'm just like, there's other things that either could be rebooted or other properties that are out there. Think of like Drew Carey show, great 90s sitcom. Can't watch it anywhere. How come that's not on a streaming service somewhere? You know?
Kidding.
No, it's not. You can't even buy it on DVD. They some syndication rights issues. There's one complete season, I think. That's it.
Yeah, I've been seeing Kevin Smith talking about that recently on Twitter, how, Dogma isn't streaming anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it's out of print, so if you want to buy a DVD of it, you got to shell out like $100 or something crazy on eBay. And it's not streaming anywhere because there's some weird thing going on with like the Weinstein Company, and what I've gathered, it's a headbutting contest between Disney and the Weinstein Company. But like, it is very weird that there's big properties like that are just lost in limbo because a couple rich people are arm wrestling.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, you being in the comics, I'm sure you know all about like the fights over rights with Batman and Superman. When you talk about not Schumer, Schumer, and then Frank and Bob, I think was the names, the first names. Anyways, all the legal stuff that goes through that crap, man, and it's frustrating for consumers. Like the whole Fox Disney deal.
Yep.
How many X-Men movies after Iron Man came out did you sit there and go, why can't Feige get this?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Or at least give up Galactus. Come on.
Yes.
All we got was a cloud with like kind of a shape of his helmet. Come on. God, Galactus.
Oh God.
Like
It's
they could get like Galactus, the current MCU treatment. Holy shit. But I don't know. Isn't there it's so hard to keep up with some of that stuff. I just sort of tend to tune it out, and it's like, all right, if it happens, I'm sure I'll hear about it in a headline. But I mean, the stuff with WandaVision, doing crossing the streams now. Yeah,
it's got a lot of people scratching their heads with that. We have a weekly Marvel show where we're reviewing it since it's out, and they did something weird. They released the 2 episodes on day one, and then one episode a week. But in reality, that first 3 episodes should have almost been together, because a lot of people got turned off by the first 2 and didn't come back for the third.
Yeah, I know quite a few people that did that.
Yeah.
I'm not here for this silly bullshit. And it got super cool.
And then it got really good. Are you watching it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Fridays I wake up and I make coffee and then I put it on because I know everybody in social media land just loves to spoil things. So
yeah.
I got to watch it before these annoying turds do.
Yeah, actually, once we're done, I have to go hop off and watch an anime that I'm reviewing for one of our other shows. I see the Akira shirt. How much anime are you into?
It's funny because I recently just started getting into it again.
Okay.
I don't know why the question popped into my head, but it was like, I saw Akira when I was super young. I got it on VHS. because like I said, a couple of my buddies were into anime back when people were calling it Japanese animation. Japanimation.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was like Ninja Scroll, Fist of the North Star, Vampire Hunter D. It was stuff like that. And then
The
that
classics.
was sort of the pocket I lived in, because I would save up my allowance and go to Suncoast Video at the mall,
Mm-hmm.
the anime section. And sometimes I would pick stuff out, and it would be, that like Cinemax stuff. It's like, this is just all porny and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
As a kid, it was cool to see cartoon boobs and butts. And I was like, what? I'm really into this for people getting their heads in and stuff. So I sort of just bailed on it. But I recently was just like, I had an idea for a show for our Patreon in a few months. Start doing. So I was like, I've Netflix and stuff, they have so much anime. And as I'm scrolling along, I do see these series start auto-playing that look kind of neat. So I just decided to check a couple out, and I was like, I'll watch the first episode of a few of these. And I got bitten by the bug again. This was the past month.
Wow.
I watched Parasite on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Super weird. Sucked me in. Binged it. Watched the whole series. Then I got into One Punch Man, and I was like, this looks stupid. And then I was like, oh my god, it's stupid and awesome.
Mm-hmm.
My soul binged it. Then I watched Dorohedoro. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
No.
Oh my god, I'm obsessed with it. It's my favorite one.
Huh.
It's bizarre. It's funny. It's violent. It's weird. The animation's cool. I don't know if do you remember when MTV did Liquid Television back in the day?
Yes.
And they would just show really bizarre animation stuff. There was like the Max,
Mm-hmm.
Flux.
The thing that popped out of the alien in the guy's head and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dorohedoro is that. Like,
Okay.
Something I could see airing on Liquid Television, because it's just bizarreness, start to finish. It's like a nonstop fever dream. I love it. I watched it subbed, and now I'm going back and starting again and watching it dubbed, because I miss it so much, and I've watched 12 episodes too quickly.
I got this terrible thing with anime. It's like an OCD thing. I can watch subs. I can watch dubs. It doesn't matter to me. But whatever I see first, forever, that's how I have to watch it. Like, I cannot stand Dragon Ball in Japanese at all. None of them. Goku voice, nope, can't cope. But a lot of like Studio Ghibli movies, I can only watch subtitled because I've got that Japanese voice connected to that character from that first time. So it's pretty cool. I got into a lot of I guess there's no other way to put it than dark magical girl series. Sailor Moon, that's like an example of magical girl. There's several series like Spec Ops, Asuka, and I always mess this name up, but it's like Puella, Magi, Madoka Magica, and
I would mess that name up.
Yeah, I know. Oh, but the idea of some of these things are really they take that Sailor Moon idea of a girl gets magic powers and fights evil, but they take it to the extreme. In the Spec Ops one, they're like 14-year-old girls that have powers that are forced into the military to fight their wars for them.
Oh my god.
And after like this giant war, there's only a few magical girls left, and then here comes like this alien invasion while Earth's trying to recover from its own shit. And so like the few that remain have to team up, even though they were trying to kill each other not too long ago. And then that other one I mentioned is really fucked up. It's got an alien cat that makes crossroad type deals with girls to give them powers where they got to go fight witches. But since it's a deal at the crossroads type thing, it's going to have a cost, right? So it's crazy, it's dark, it's twisted, and if a person walks in at the wrong time, they'll be like, "Why are you watching anime with all the frilly dresses and stuff?" But it's violent and awesome. So
Hey, if you like magic stuff, you might like Dorohedoro because
okay,
they do have magic, but it's not like Lord of the Rings medieval type magic. It's
right.
almost cyberpunky, but instead of it's got the aesthetics of cyberpunk, but instead of tech, certain people have sorcery. So they shoot like black powder out of their mouths or fingers, and each person's magic, like it kind of looks like pepper, like they're just shooting a bunch of pepper, and each person's stuff does something different.
Interesting. There's like a I guess franchise isn't the word, a universe. There's like 4 or 5 of these anime that feed together a certain scientific railgun, a certain magical index, and there's like two more, I think. And they do some weird stuff like that, and the way that they layer on, you got to go online and find like the watch order for this crap.
Oh yeah, you got to do your homework.
Yeah, it's crazy, but that's awesome, man.
It's overwhelming. Like you mentioned, like Dragon Ball.
Mhm.
Um, a lot of that stuff I never got into just because it seemed such a daunting task. Like I had a couple of friends that were into Dragon Ball Z, and it was like, oh yeah, there's like 15,000 episodes. Like, oh my god.
One Piece.
Okay. Yeah, One Piece. I've actually watched a few episodes of One Piece. It's very silly and goofy, and I enjoyed it. And then like Naruto and just stuff like that that's just so established. It almost is intimidating to take a bite out of it. So I've been scrolling around on like Hulu and Netflix, and anything that seems like I have a chance of finishing it, I'll make a little note.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to check that out. That looks super weird and goofy. There's 24 episodes. Cool. I can handle that.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah. So, some of them can be like you said, daunting's a great word, and it's go back when you mentioned Suncoast. First off, holy shit, Suncoast. Fuck, man. I used to live out in Monterey, and I had family all up and down the coast, and Suncoast is a place that was a lot of places, but not everywhere. But I remember having it out in Cali and being able to shop there, and the what was it, Aniplex, I think, was like the big U.S. distributor, and anime was stupid expensive, like
Oh my god, yeah.
FLCL DVDs. They put 2 episodes per DVD and sold them at like $30 a pop.
It was insane. Yeah, and that also factored into my anime watching because it was like, this one looks cool, but this VHS is $60. So
Oh yeah,
there's no way in hell I'm buying that.
yeah,
And I would get stuff from my homies that would also save up their allowance, and I had this. Everybody's got that one friend. Like my mom was a little strict, so if she saw something that looks like that might be outside of my age group, that would be shut down quick. But my one buddy, like if there was anime that had boobs and nudity and stuff, it was all systems go at that game. Like, I never get this. Have you ever seen a series called The Guyver?
yes, of course, and the movies.
Yeah, oh, the ones with Mark Hamill, the live action old school ones. So he had the old VHS ones. I think there was only 6 of them. And they were really cool. I loved watching them at his place. And then when I saw they put them on DVDs, I bought one, and it was a completely different version. I was like, whoa, what's this? What happened to the old ones that I used to watch? So there's a lot of weird, confusing trickery in the
Yeah.
as well. I've fallen for many tricks in my day.
They got that newer Ultraman on Netflix. Wasn't too bad either. If you liked any of the old Ultraman, it's kind of CGI, kind of cell shaded animation style. It's not too bad. Yeah. Last thing I gotta know, man, before we let you get going back to what Kevin Kraft does. Your tattoos. Do you have geek ones at all?
I do.
What do you got?
Yeah, I'm trying to get more.
Okay. Hey.
Because I initially was more with like the horror metal theme, and then as I got a little older, I was like, you know what, I need to start repping some of my geek shit too. So on one of my feet, I have. All right, I'm gonna have to say. I
He's
got
standing up on the chair. There we go.
my big.
Oh, nice.
But I got the
Hyrule.
Hyrule shield and the Master Sword behind it.
And metal on the toes.
Oh yeah, I got drunk at a party once and let my buddy tattoo death metal across my toes.
Oh, okay. Hey, that's like what is it? Lars Friedrichsen, I think, is the, or was it Matt Freeman that's got punk rock on his knuckles from Rancid? But anyways.
Oh, yeah. And I also have it's kind of like a Hellboy inspired tattoo.
Ooh.
So I've got like the front is like the crystals, the Agru Jahad.
I like it.
And I had the tattoo artist sneak in the Death Star.
Okay.
And then the back of it might fall off my chair, so bear with me.
That'll be awesome.
Like a Cthulhu type squid monster destroying Earth.
Oh, dude. My buddy Brian's gonna be livid missing that, but I'll show. I told him, I was like, dude, I got Kevin call into work, but actually he had a lot of people apparently were calling into work, so he's a guy that has a bit of a what do you call it, conscience, and so he went to work.
Got one of those, huh?
Yeah, but he's got a giant Cthulhu coming out of the water to destroy a city on his calf. So,
yeah, I actually just got HBO Max is sort of a new thingy for me in the last few months or so, and I got into old samurai movies, which I always thought samurais were dope, and I've always loved the Usagi Yojimbo series.
Mm-hmm.
But I never got into like the Kurosawa stuff or the old Toshiro Mifune samurai movies and all that. And man, I went nuts on those. I watched so many samurai movies last month. It was insane, but they're so good. I can't believe, like, sometimes older stuff I have a tough time holding my attention with.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I can't believe what solid samurai movies they made in the 50s and 60s.
Oh yeah.
Tattoo is for sure a samurai tattoo.
Very, very cool. I got a bunch of Final Fantasy stuff on my legs. I've got Ghostbusters. I kind of look, and this is, believe it or not, I don't know. This is a Ninja Turtles piece that I had done.
Oh, sick.
They're both as if basically the teams had passed away, like in their last fight. Like what would be the memorial was in my mind. And with the Turtles, I was like, they fought in the shadows. April and Splinter or Casey, whoever lived, there would be 4 bandanas on a hill somewhere with the weapons, and the Turtles buried, and only they would know. But the Ghostbusters, they would get a monument, and it would fit them, and it would be a gravestone. And because it was Ghostbusters, it would be haunted, so it would ooze. And that's the shit I had going through my mind. I got a good Star Wars, Spider-Man. I got a giant anime piece.
Oh, nice.
From FLCL, my wife's got the matching robot. You seen FLCL? Fully Cooley?
No.
Oh, you need to check that out. Fully Cooley, FLCL. It's only 6 eps. Easy.
FLCL?
Yep.
Fully Cooley?
Yes, indeed, Kevin. Great show. And I will actually, let me see if I can not kill myself. Just to show you one thing not to do. I got, before I went to my second deployment,
I lost you.
No, where'd it go? Can you still hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, I just can't see your video. Coming back.
Is it? Yep, there we go.
Square. I see your square.
My square's up. Where are you going? Come on, you.
It's an all black square, but it.
Oh no. Oh no, camera, you suck. Anyways, I got these 2 tattoos, both legs done, like same day, dude. Like calves. and because I was leaving, and it was like, gotta get it done. And worst mistake ever, getting both legs done on the same day.
That is a rough healing process.
Indeed. But since my camera's died and I can no longer show off my awesome tattoos, maybe I'll snap some pictures and send them to you on Twitter. Speaking of Twitter, Mr. Kraft, please plug away everything, man, so people can find you guys, find Jason, who, like when I was talking to Mike, I can't suggest to my audience enough, go check out Jason's story and listen to the dude. It's cool guy. But plug away, Kevin.
So my Twitter is @KevinKraftSucks, and my Instagram is just @KevinKraft. I do my own podcast. It's a little geeky, but mostly pop culture, movie reviews, stories about my life, Mad Scientist Party Hour. That's available everywhere. And then the Jason Ellis Show, brand new podcast. We got episode 10 coming out next week. That's available wherever you get your podcasts. And we have a very generous Patreon if you need more. It's patreon.com/EllisMate, where we do 2 shows every week that are at least 2 hours, but on average they run 2.5. So you get 5 hours of content every week on our Patreon.
There you go.
So
there you guys
check
go.
it out. I think you'll dig it.
Outstanding. I think they would like it as well. Kevin, thank you so much for being on LR Mornings, man. Would love to have you on anytime you want, dude. You got something you want to chit chat about, something you see that's got your mind going, shoot me a message. We'll shoot the shit for a bit.
Hell yeah. Thanks for having me on, man.
All right, Kevin, I appreciate it. You take care. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Kevin, for doing that. And like I said, dude, anything that we could do to help you out, let us know. We're looking forward to expanding here on LRM. I definitely am a huge fan of horror. You guys know we recently started the anime podcast, which Kevin obviously likes anime, and I'm excited to see the site grow, and we want to do that with you guys and for you guys with you guys, and and in order to do that we need you to let us know what you want in the comments below, and please do like, share, subscribe. All of LRM stuff is there available for you guys. And then definitely check out Kevin's stuff, Mike's stuff, and of course the Jason Ellis Show. LRMonline.com every day for all your entertainment news, needs, and opinions. I have no idea why I'm trying to play with my hair. You just play with my beard. Crap, where was I? And the podcast. Podcasts are wherever you get podcasts from. Apple, Stitcher, Spotify, SoundCloud, the whole 9. And of course, our YouTube channel. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on your apps. And you guys can find me at that Kyle Malone on Twitter. And at that one Kyle Malone, that's the number 1 on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for listening. We will talk to you tomorrow.